Hello, beautiful people. Losing Drea here, and I'm coming to you guys with a little bit of a video just to say, hey, what's up? Because it's been a little while since I've been on here, and I know I did a video well, it seemed like it was last week, but it was really a week ago, Tuesday, that I filmed that video, and then just a couple of days ago that I uploaded that video. But hey, I'm trying. I really am. Anywho, I just wanted to come on here and give you guys like a hello. Hope you're all having a good week, and hopefully if this gets uploaded like I plan on it being, like immediately after I do it, then I hope you all have a great weekend. TGIF, it is a Friday, May the 17th, 2019. I'm currently 233.4 pounds today. Yeah, there you go. There's the actual weight update. I've had a few of you guys, I don't know why you don't post in the comments down below. You just want to kind of privately inbox me. I want to give a shout out to Diane. I'm not really sure of her actual YouTube name. I don't even know if she has a channel. I just know she hit me up here on YouTube, and that's okay. It's okay however you do it. If you have something that you need help with, I'm here to help if I can. I'm kind of busy these days, so I might refer you over to somebody else who I think who could help you a lot better than I can, because I do not have this thing down pat. I am not a keto guru by any means. I've just been doing this damn thing for about 2.5 years now. And, but I've been doing the weight loss thing for, well over about 8 years. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. October 2nd, 2011. So yeah, you could actually just go back into my about thing on my channel and see when I started my channel. It was a few days after I actually started my journey. I guess it kind of took me just a little bit, maybe a couple pounds on the scale, to give me just that little push that I needed to give me the confidence to come out and publicly show myself, because I was hiding for a long time in my life. I was basically not wanting to be seen by anybody in public, in person, and therefore the camera was kind of like no different to me, just, you know, because I knew there were real people like you guys out there who would watch, and you know, I saw somebody else doing it, so it seemed that it worked for them, and I wanted to do what they were doing, and I wanted to do it exactly the way they were doing it. And this particular person was doing it through Weight Watchers and Spark People. And at that time I used Spark People. I started off with Spark People, and I had really great success with Spark People, because through Spark People's nutrition tracker I was able to learn what foods I should be eating, and I learned about food, and I learned about reading labels, and I learned about caring to stop and take a moment to do those things, you know, to actually read the labels, because I didn't understand that, you know, if I read a label and the back of the label said X amount of calories, X amount of carbs, X amount of protein, fiber, fat, so on and so forth, there is a little serving size thing per container. And it'll tell you how many servings are in that container. And I never realized that there were more than one in most cases. So, like many other people, I'm sure, especially when you're younger and you don't take the time to learn these things, or nobody shows you these things and you don't know them, you probably fall into the same trap. And then you have this lifelong affliction of gaining weight and not knowing what to do to take it off. I'm sorry, I keep rubbing my eye. I have just put on makeup. I have an incredible amount of makeup on my eyes, even though it doesn't really look that way. And I actually straightened my hair because I realized that this side, to me, seems shorter. I could be wrong. Maybe it was I had my head cocked one way or another, and it's probably not her fault. It's my fault. But I'm not too happy with it. Yesterday I spent a lot of hours mowing my lawn, something I'm going to probably be having to do once a week now, which is a good way to get in some exercise if you're not getting any, if you can do it. I live in Florida, and in a very hot area of Florida. Apparently it was 85 degrees out yesterday, and it felt like 105 on the heat index thingamabobbid. And I went outside. I needed to cut my lawn. I got tired of looking at it. And good thing I went out there when I did, because it would have gotten any longer. It would have been even harder for me to cut it if I would have been even able to cut it at all. And I say that because it got so long that I literally had to like pull a wheelie, cut it, drop it just a little bit more, cut it, and then cut it like I normally would in a good majority of the backyard and a very large part in the front yard over where my septic tank is, because don't you know, shit makes things grow. So, and I'm not editing this, by the way. So yeah, just doing my thing, you know. I'm just trying to refocus, gather my thoughts. You know, I made this channel as a way for me to look back on my journey and see where I've come from and how far I've gone. You know, it's kind of funny. My husband showed me a picture that pops up on his Facebook as a reminder of a couple of years back, and it gave me that same feeling that I had with that one picture that I looked at before I started my journey that disgusted me. Like, literally, I looked at it and I said to myself, Drea, how did you let yourself get to this point? Why? You know, you have to undo what you've done. And I've got the battle scars to prove what the war that I put myself through, pretty much. And I'm not happy with them, but I'm still just taking it one day at a time, and I'm not focusing on the negatives. I'm focusing on the positives, like how great I feel, the fact that I've been able to stick with anything this particularly long in life, that I have made it more of a lifestyle change, no matter what kind of diet I was trying, and not just something that was like a fad thing that was there today, gone tomorrow, and I screwed up, or some, you know, New Year's Eve resolution where I say, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna lose a couple pounds, and then I fall off the wagon like most people do. I didn't want it to be about all that, because all of that in the past had never worked for me before. So when I decided to finally stop being sick and tired, because I was so sick and tired, and I did something about it, you know, it really meant something to me, and it really clicked. And I don't know if it was that I was getting older and I was growing up and I was realizing more of what priorities in life and what's more important to me in life were, other than going out and partying and hanging with friends and eating and making things and making myself feel better by making things for other people in the way of things that they could eat. Because, you know, I still have that in me. Like, it's like the creative side of me that likes to create, and I love to bake, and I love to make things, and I love to cook. But you know what? I needed to refocus everything, including that train of thought. Like, I could still bake and make things and cook, but now I can do it in a more healthier way. And so that's what I've been trying to do. The problem is I've been wanting to share that with a lot of you guys here on my channel, and I just never get around to doing so. I have way too many animals and things running around, like my mother, and just so many distractions, and it kind of keeps me from doing what I wanted to do. And then I bought an induction cooker, but without going into the whole thing, I don't have the induction cooker right now. I kind of like, it's on loan somewhere, and I am not using the induction cooker. I was going to set it up here somewhere in my office studio and then be able to cook and whatever on camera for you guys. But then it's kind of like, you know, I'd be bringing, excuse me, I'm still losing my voice. I'd be bringing things in here and then running the risk, I'm so OCD and clean, of dropping crumbs or something that might go so far underneath the desk here or somewhere that I can't just move out of the way and clean up. And I don't like bugs and things like that. So anyways, also, I don't know if you can tell what's around me, but I'm surrounded by music, all my instruments. I have my guitars, I have a piano over here, an 88-key piano keyboard. I have a MIDI keyboard, which is a little smaller in front of that. I have the bench that goes to the piano. And then back here behind me on this side are still all my craft stuff and whatnot that I really want to downsize and get rid of. And I want to start doing some destashing videos. So if any of you guys are crafty